guess what? Starting October 17th, 2020, you yourself can become a Rodan and Fields consultant for the low price of $75. Yes, that's right, a $75 business kit, including brochures, etc. Everything you need to start your very own business. Dermatologist Katie Rodan and Kathy Fields had hit the jackpot with their skincare firm Rodan and Fields. 2 years ago, private equity firm TPG bought a majority stake that valued the multi-level marketing company at a whopping $4 billion, turning each of these flawless-skinned entrepreneurs into billionaires. But since then, the sheen has come off of Rodan and Fields, which relies on an army of more than 300,000 independent consultants to sell sets of scrubs and creams that cost $200 or more for a 2-month supply. Revenue has fallen to $1.3 billion from $1.6 billion in 2018. According to Moody's, which downgraded the credit rating on Rodan and Fields, $600 million in debt in April this year. The credit rating firm said it expects revenues to fall further due to the drop in enrollment of new independent sales consultants. The weaker revenue and lower public market values for skincare sector led Forbes to drop our estimate of the net worth of Katie Rodan and Kathy Fields to $800 million each on the 2020 list of America's richest self-made women, down from $1.5 million apiece on last year's list. The success of multi-level marketing businesses like Rodan and Fields, also referred to as direct selling, relies on the constant recruitment of ever more new consultants. More consultants generally means more sales, but according to Moody's and public disclosures made by Rodan and Fields over the previous 3 years, the company has struggled to retain its consultants. In 2017, Rodan and Fields reported roughly 397,000 consultants. By 2018, the number had grown 4% to about 411,000. But in 2019, the total number of consultants fell to 362,000, a 12% drop. In January, Rodan and Fields laid off 86 employees in its corporate office, and that was before the pandemic. In response to Forbes' request for insight to its decline in consultants, a Rodan and Fields spokesperson said, and I quote, or they quote, "We are proud of the large number of people who are part of Rodan and Fields community and represent and share our brand." In 2 reports issued in April, cited the coronavirus pandemic as a further threat to Rodan and Fields, which will need to navigate social distancing practices, a public health necessity at odds with their direct selling business model. The company's revenue and earnings were already declining meaningfully heading into 2020. The credit rating firm added, while weak economic growth worldwide adds to operating pressures. If you will look back at my other video about the FTC sending them a warning letter using the coronavirus in order to recruit and sell the products. Not that some consultants haven't tried to capitalize on the health crisis. Rodan and Fields was one of 16 multi-level marketing companies to receive a warning letter from the Federal Trade Commission earlier this year. The FTC said in the April letter to the skincare firm that consultants were making misleading earning claims on social media tied to the coronavirus. One of these posts that they actually did put in the warning letter and I quote, "Rodan & Fields is always open for business, even during quarantine. I've been working from home for over 3 years now and still making money when other people aren't." This is just one of the misleading posts that they've made. During an uncertain time like this, one thing I am grateful for is residual income from my home-based business. Squirks another, adding, quote, "If you want to make an extra $200, $500, or $1,000 a month, message me." The FTC concluded the letter by reminding Rodan & Fields that earning claims must be truthful and non-misleading to avoid being deceptive, and advised that the coronavirus-related claims cease immediately. The truth, as spelled out in a company's disclosure, is that the majority of consultants, 67%, made an average of $306 last year. Rodan & Fields take seriously the importance of adhering to and ensuring our consultant community follows FTC guidelines and best practices, a company spokesperson told Forbes, and, quote, "does not tolerate non-compliant or misleading income and product claims." Well, that's awful funny because I see it a lot. I see it happening a whole lot. So I'm not going to read the entire article, but I will link it in the description below. But after reading about the FTC warning letters, this leads me to my next point. They had their virtual convention this past weekend, and they put out a memo and a file about phrases consultants are not allowed to use. So here are a few phrases that they are not allowed to use now. They cannot say COVID-19, pandemic, shelter in place, or coronavirus at all in their social media posts. Okay, so this was accompanied with a file, and the file told consultants how to set up for filming. They listed the social channels, Facebook posts, which required video length. So if you make a Facebook video post, it needed to be a maximum of 60 seconds, a Facebook story maximum of 15 seconds, Instagram post maximum 60 seconds, and Instagram stories maximum of 15 seconds. As far as the presentation, they require you to have a distraction-free background, use a selfie light or natural lighting for a more flattering look. The sound, minimize background noises, show and tell, quote, 85% of social media users watch video with their sound turned off. They also give a pro tip. Unless you are live, feel free to film multiple takes and only post your favorite. Okay, and then they go on to step 2, which is creating your video. They have a goal, which is to grab attention and create conversation with Instagram story videos. And I'll just leave this up for everyone to read that. Then we get to step 3. This is staying in compliance. You must identify yourself as a Rodan & Fields consultant, the word must in all caps. Number 2, you must use the disclaimer exactly as it is. Always read the label, use as directed, and results may vary. Do not include anyone under 18 in your videos. Never use videos containing anyone other than yourself without express written consent. Number 4, you may show and discuss regimens, face masks, dermacosmetics, essentials, pore cleansing MD system, redefine, AMP MD system, active hydration serum, active hydration body replenish, active hydration bright eye complex, and microdermabrasion paste. Number 5, always in bold, add the hashtag in the caption, copy alongside your video, hashtag RFLove. And number 6, statements made during the video must be compliant. For more info on product claims, please review compliance do's and don'ts. So they know that they are trying to cover their bases by telling consultants to stop making false claims. And it's funny because I know many people, and I've seen many people post children under 18 years old in photos. So let's hope they stop doing that. And this does not just pertain to video, with staying in compliance. So what's the bottom line here? That is a lot of rules on what you can and cannot post for being a quote-unquote business owner. So if anyone would like to see more about this company, I do have a playlist dedicated only to this company. And I will also leave the links to the FTC warning letter and everything else in the description below. Thanks everyone so much for watching.